What is up, guys? Welcome to the BNC, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how you can lace your own wheels. There's a couple things you should know before you watch this video. In this video we are going to be doing a 36 hole wheel, which means there are 36 holes in this wheel and there are 36 holes in this hub. Now you want to make sure that you have the right spokes for your hub and rim combination. Different hubs come with different flange sizes, and different rims vary by just a little bit in the spoke holes. So make sure you are working with the correct size spokes for your application. Now all you need to do this is a hub set, your rim, 36 spokes, 36 nipples, a spoke wrench, and a screwdriver. The screwdriver just makes things easier, but you don't really need it. Now lacing wheels is not easy, but it's a very primitive thing, and it is a very good skill to know. Spoked wheels have been around for a very long time. You can also save yourself some money by putting your wheels together yourself and then taking them to a shop to get them trued instead of laced. Alright guys, so I'm going to kind of relax here and I'm not going to be so formal, and I'm just going to kind of talk to you guys. So there are a few tutorials on how to lace up wheels on YouTube, and I feel like they are very, very confusing. Over the past few years, I have actually taught people along the way online how to true wheels. And shout out to the guys that I've helped. I don't really know their name at the moment, but I've talked them through being able to lace their own wheels at home through Facebook or Instagram, and it's happened a bunch of times. So I just felt like I've kind of perfected the method to easily teaching lacing wheels. With that being said, let's get started. I have the pattern of lacing wheels down into 4 steps. Those 4 steps include 9 spokes each. So let's just go ahead and break the spokes up into 4 groups of 9 spokes. Alright guys, so I have 36 spokes and 36 nipples, and I have 4 groups of 9 spokes. Now the reason why I did this is because to get the pattern of lacing is really hard and it's really confusing, but if you guys just go on this method that I've perfected, it's just easy to get down just these 4 steps, because all it is a puzzle of counting holes, and that's all it is. It's really not as hard as you guys think it is. It's just when you look at this jumbled mess of a wheel with all these spokes, it can look very confusing, but it's not. If you guys have ever put a puzzle together before, you can definitely lace a wheel. Alright guys, step 1. I have 9 spokes, 9 nipples, and I'm ready to start putting this together. Now when you watch a lot of other people teach you, they try to tell you to put all the spokes in here like this. You just drop a bunch of spokes in here, right? This can make it very confusing for you, and it can actually be pretty difficult if you don't know how to work with all these spokes. So we're actually going to go by each spoke at a time, spoke by spoke. And whenever I get to a section that's time consuming, I'll just time lapse it and I'll speed it up for you guys. But you guys can do this with me, spoke by spoke. So the first step, the spokes that you want to put around on each flange, you want to slide them on each flange, doesn't matter which one, you just want to pick. Go ahead and slide a spoke through. And attach this spoke to the rim. Now where you want to start on the rim is where the valve goes through. That's where you want to start. Go ahead and put the spoke in and attach the nipple. And just screw it on 1 or 2 threads. And now you want to go ahead and you want to repeat that. And what you want to do is you want to skip a hole. And you want to stick the spokes in. If you can see that, I skipped a hole. If you can see that. And now what you want to do, when you skip this hole, is you want to count 4 holes over, and this next spoke goes on the 4th hole over. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Stick that spoke in the 4th hole and attach your nipple. Do you guys see how that is? I've skipped one hole here. There's one hole in between the spoke here, and there's 3 holes in between the spoke down here. There's 1, 2, 3 holes in between these spokes here, and there's 1 hole in between the spokes right here. And what you want to do is you want to replicate that pattern all the way around on this flange. So I skip a hole here, and then I count 4 over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stick the spoke in, attach your nipple. Alright, there you go. That's the start of what you have to do. Easy enough, right? All you have to do is slide a spoke in, skip a hole, and have 3 holes in between each. It's an easy pattern, right? Easy enough. This is where you start your pattern. Now you want to look for the hole where the valve stem comes through right here. And where the valve stem, see the valve stem comes through right here. And I have the spoke right next to it. What I want to do is rotate the hub away from the valve stem hole. Did you notice how I did that? This is how it was, and then I rotated it. And I rotated it away from the valve stem. That's it. That's step 1. That's all you have to do. Now, after step 1, flip the wheel over. Alright guys, that was step 1. Now this is step 2. That was easy enough. So now, all you want to do is replicate the same thing you did on the other side. You want to replicate it on this side. And I'll show you guys where to attach the first spoke. Alright, now while the hub is flipped over like this, you want to pick one of the spokes on the bottom, right? You want to pick one of the spokes on the bottom. And you want to pick the closest hole up top, above it. And you put your spoke inside of it. And what you want to do is you want to take that spoke the same direction. And then you want to attach that spoke directly next to the other one on the other side. See, it's not crisscrossing. And you want to attach your nipple. And as you can see, that's what it will look like. And what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to replicate that all the way around the rim with your 8 other spokes. Skip a hole. And go right next to the other one. And attach your nipple. Make sure you keep the hub rotated through these 2 steps so you don't unrotate it and kind of mess yourself up. And there you guys have it. That's step 2. Easy enough. You just replicated the same, skipping a hole, as you did on the other side. Except when you first started, you had to actually count. This time, all you were doing was just putting them alongside of the other ones. So you guys should be right here at this point. This is where you guys should be. on both sides. Alright guys, and that was step 2. Now this is step 3. In step 3, you want to grab your other set of 9 spokes and 9 nipples. And now these go in opposite into the flange of how these work. If you notice how this head, if you see this head right here, how that is, these spokes go in the other way, like this. All the other spokes go in this way, opposite. Alright guys, now on this step, this is the controversial step. This is the step where a lot of people might actually tell me I'm doing this wrong, or I'm teaching you guys wrong, but I'm just trying to teach you guys the easy way to understand the pattern, so then you can do it yourselves. So I put this spoke in, and it's kind of hard to understand where it goes. Well, just know that all these spokes that we're going to put in go the opposite direction. All the other spokes that we had just put in step 1 and 2 all go one direction. These spokes now go the opposite direction. And now, where does it go? You got all these holes here, and you have no idea where it goes. And this is where people can mess up the pattern. Alright, here's how you start it, guys. What you have to understand is, if you look at a wheel, and you look at how the pattern is, you'll know that there's a star in the middle of the wheel. Now, if I put this spoke all the way, I can't put it all the way over here, because it prevents me from doing it. If I put the spoke right there in that hole, that's too far away. If I put it in this hole, that's way too close. Now these spokes go directly on the other side of the ones that you just put in, but they're supposed to underlap. So you don't just take it over and put it in the hole. You have to underlap this spoke. So you take it and you underlap that spoke right there. If you can see what I did. I slid the spoke up through and it underlaps that spoke. So you go underneath and into that hole. And there's the start of your pattern. Put the nipple on and you're good to go. Now repeat that all the way through. Stick your spoke through, underlaps this spoke. You kind of have to bend it. The thing about spokes is people kind of don't want to bend them. To bend a spoke, you just stick it in your hand and you just take your thumb and you can just kind of bend it like this without actually damaging the spoke at all. See, I can take the spoke and I can move it a lot without actually bending it at all. Underlap and put it in that hole. Put your nipple on. And as you can see, I've started my pattern. And what you want to do is you want to go around and you want to do this all the way around that flange for step 3. Alright guys, and there you go. That was step 3. There's your pattern. Now you have your pattern and you only have one set of holes left, and that's it. All you want to do is flip it over for step 4. Now you're on to step 4, and all you have is one set of spokes left and nipples. All you have to do is match what you just did in step 3 on step 4. That's it. Just match. Underlap. Except it's opposite and it goes the other way. There you guys have it. That's step 4. There's a complete wheel. It's done. Now all you have to do is true it. If you guys would like to know how to true your own wheel, we have a video on truing your own wheel. I'll put the links to that down in the description, or it'll be after this video. But yeah, that's it. Those 4 steps right there, and your wheel is now built. Truing only costs anywhere from $20 to $25 at the bike shop. You can really mess up a wheel. You can't really mess up a wheel trying to lace. You might scratch it, but you can actually structurally mess up a wheel by truing it incorrectly. So that's why I'm not going to teach you guys to do that in this video. This just saves you a bunch of money from having the bike shop have to put it all together for you. So all you have to do is hand this to them, and then they can true it. And what you want to do before you take it to the bike shop or you start truing it is you want to go around and you want to take your flathead screwdriver and you want to screw on the end of these until they touch. And you want to do that all the way around the rim until you are done. And then when you are done, you will have a wheel. I haven't trued this one yet, but there you go. How to lace a wheel. So you guys have it. If you like this video, you want to see more like it, or if you have any comments or questions on this video, let me know down there. I will be doing some lacing videos on other styles like cross lacing and twist lacing. So those videos will come out in the future. This is just the traditional 36-hole lace. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it helps you guys out. Let me know what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe for more BMX content, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.